What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Man, welcome back. Welcome back to the Man Cave. And welcome to those of you, it's your first time joining the Man Cave Experience with myself, Cedric Edison, and the wonderful man I get to call Ron Serving. What up, man? What's happening? What's happening?
Doing great. Just home on the weekend, just loving the family life, just engaging in the things that are important to me, and just loving just this part of my commitment to myself. Just the space here on a Sunday, connecting up, just kind of having a great conversation with my buddy Ced, and just feeling good, feeling really good.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So y'all, and Ron, man, hey, I know, we connect a little bit before the show most times. And guys, like, man, something that actually happened to me today. It's spring break for my stepson and all of that. So I had to travel out of town because he goes to school out of town. And so, we go to the movies and the missus says, "Hey, let's go take a picture." And so I'm standing there and I'm thinking, okay, well, let's all huddle up and take a selfie. So I'm standing all out there and I didn't even notice this daggum photo booth, right? So she's like, "No, let's go inside this little thing." And so and it was the weirdest thing. I was just like, okay, it's been so long since I've been in one of these and I almost didn't know how to act. It was kind of weird. And then we take the pictures and we making the faces, having fun or whatever. And I realized as I'm driving over, I'm like, man, I got to prepare for the show, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, that's a topic right there. Like, I got to talk to the people about this, because in that moment of thinking about it, I realized I had gotten so grown that I wasn't having fun, quote unquote grown. I'm so adult to where everything was so serious and I wasn't having fun, man. Until that moment, I was like, yo, that was fun. And so it just had me kind of on that note, like, man, why aren't we having fun? Like, what kind of goes on? Like, and I'm kind of interested, Ron, like, how you have fun. Do you have fun? Like, what's up in the world of fun, man?
Yeah, I think it was funny when you brought that up, because I was kind of getting in my head, because when I look at my life over the past, gosh, I don't know, 15, 20 years, had lots of fun. Have had a lot of amazing, things where we've gone out on vacations but what I've realized, and this is, something that's been challenging for me, is just that spontaneity, around fun. So, when there's things that I am expecting, and I can almost, I wouldn't say plan for the fun, I guess to a certain extent plan for the fun, kind of know what that, and kind of engage in that at a certain level. What I don't do a good job of, and I really struggle with, and it affects me, is just that spontaneous fun. My wife is just a great example of just somebody that just is so playful. I'll do something funny in nature, and she just chimes right in. She just like goes right along with it. It's just that willingness just to play, right? And even though we're in our 50s, just that willingness just to let go of the judgment or whatever it might be around just being silly. And so then I see myself with my son, and times not really letting go, and when he's being silly, there's times where I'll, kind of tell him to tone down the silliness. It's like he's 14 years old, and I'm trying to control, probably, because as a result of my own unwillingness to just be spontaneous and let go, I'll try to tone him down, and so that's the work for me, right? That's where I have to, be aware of, why do I kind of hold back in the situations where there's opportunity just to completely let go, just to kind of just be that kid, to, look, when I was 14 years old, what, did I want to have my father tell me to, tone it down? I mean, there's a certain expectation, in public or something like that, where, crazy silliness could lead to just, almost obnoxiousness, and kind of understanding that. But in the right environment, which that's generally when these things are coming up, is, God, why not? I mean, why would I, why do I struggle with just letting go of that, that part of me, that, because I am that funny, humorous, guy that likes to use my humor in positive ways. Yet there's part of me that holds back, tries to control, tries to understand, kind of where it fits into my life. So I love to have fun, but I feel like there's times where I condition it. I don't just
Yeah.
be what it is, and so I'm kind of stressing me out right now a little bit because and I can't look at it as like a missed opportunity, because I think we can have these thoughts around what I shoulda, coulda, woulda done type thing, and look back at situations where I could have let go and just had more fun than I allowed myself to. And tonight's kind of a good example of that as well. So I in the past have been more Sunday night is like or Sunday is like the day I like to be home, just kind of do my own thing, kind of be around to just kind of decompress and just prepare for the week. Yet I have, as a family, we have opportunities, and we have the opportunity tonight to go to celebrate St. Patrick's Day at some, family friend's house. So, I go into the mode of, oh, I just want to, kind of vegetate at home versus the spontaneous fun that's out there waiting for us to go. So we're going tonight, although I'm not feeling fantastic, knowing that that's something that I want to engage in, need to engage in. So it's that, for me, it's an interesting topic because although I like to enjoy it, there's parts of me that still kind of hold back.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Hey, when you go over there tonight, have some freaking fun. Hey, you know what? Hey, because everybody knows, unless you're a new listener, about our appearances at our school retreat. Look at it like that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to House of Pain before you get ready to go in. You're like, hell yeah.
But
That was fun, bro.
I was gonna ask you the question, because I was like, who doesn't want to have fun, right? I mean, what if we're real with our existence in life and what we want to experience? I mean, things, love, connection, fun. I mean, all those things. So I'm curious for you, when you're in your situation right now with, you've been a father for over a year now, you've got a relationship, you've got your coaching practice, you've got your current career that you're still working at. Where do you find time, and what is fun for you right now? What is that, that energy that you're able to kind of experience spontaneously that just brings that giddiness to who you are?
Say, man, I'll be lying to you if I said I really don't know at this point. Because honestly, like today was I had an epiphany today. Like, holy shit, man, you stopped having fun. So that's the true answer. And I think a lot of it, man, how I got to that point is because I could think back, like, man, I was most popular in school. And I can remember it was this because I won most popular and by votes and class clown and most school spirit, because obviously I was mascot, so I got canned on that one. And I'm thinking about all this stuff I used to do. Man, I was like the life of the party, dude. Like, I didn't care about stopping traffic at graduation dancing. I didn't care about, just acting a fool at lunch, or even when I was in the Corps, like getting out in the middle of the dance floor, doing splits, all kind of crazy stuff, right? And I think, and I was listening to you talk and my mind's going, and I've thought about it time and time here. And I think a lot of it is, as we grow older, we think some type of judgment plays into it. Fear of judgment. How are they going to judge me? And a lot of that is because as we mature, we have this thought of what maturity looks like. Mm-hmm. Because you see somebody acting real silly, and now that one day you're not in a mood and you're not doing it, it's like, okay, well, I can't necessarily do that. So we judge them. And so now that same behavior oh, I can't act like that in public. Because sometimes I hear music and I just want to I'm a clown and I can't dance and I just want to do some stupid shit, in the middle of the mall. But it plays in my mind like, no, these people are going to look at you. They're going to think you crazy and not being being silly. And that's not what grown-ups do. You got to fit into this grown-up box, right? So, and now I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out a way to tap back into that. And like for me, and I think it's a spontaneity thing, because sometimes, like today, I'll agree and I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. And I'm like, shit, that was fun. Or I go over to a buddy's house and we telling stories and that's fun, and talking to people. But I'm like you, man, I lack the spontaneity like I used to, like not giving a damn, like who cares if they think, I don't care if it's a CEO that I might pitch a practice, but that might even freaking help when I see the dude. I'm like, dude, I live life on my terms. I'm having fun. Like, and here's what I can offer you. You know what I'm saying? To bring back all kinds of stuff could go along with that, but it's really just the programming I've been through has written a story that I continue to read. And so now it's at a point I got to figure out a way to rewrite it, honestly, man,
Yeah, and I think when you're saying those things, I was thinking about times where we see others taking these bold actions to just display this um, willingness to just express themselves in a way that looks fun, right? Yet for me, oftentimes, and I see others do the same thing. It's like we quickly go to like you said, judgment, and what I'm feeling in myself when I'm saying that is, or understanding how I look at that right in this moment as we're discussing this is, I want some of that. I want
Yeah,
to
exactly.
have that free spirited, kind of, don't worry about it type attitude, and not in an obnoxious way, because I think there's obviously some behaviors and some things you can do that are just not appropriate, not timely. That there has to be some some expectations or some understanding of that higher level of just getting freaking crazy and impacting others, but just that fun-loving, just goofiness that we see others. Yet I find myself again at times going, what's up with that dude, or what's she all about? But I know, if I'm being honest with myself, it's like I want some of that. Not maybe at that level or whatever they're doing, but just that fun, letting go, without any type of worry. It's just, so it's interesting how we have to kind of see, and I guess that goes with other topics that we get a charge out of in our life in general, right? So if if we're walking down the street and we see somebody that's doing something that doesn't resonate with us, whether it's being funny or whatever it is, and we get that charge about ourselves, it's like we have to own that part of our reaction to it, not just foot the blame on somebody else and point the finger saying, you're this or you're that, and put a tag or a certain label on them because that's what they're expressing. It's like, why am I so willing to kind of have something that's impacting me at a level to where it's bothering me? It's like, what do I need to learn about myself, and what do I need to own about that I need to let go of? And again, that's, as we're talking about this, it's just interesting on a Sunday afternoon when, we're kind of doing, going to some friends' house, which are great people. We spent time with them. We're going to Hawaii with them. All these things that are conducive to fun. Yeah, I'll find myself at times, not as much as in the past, but still at times kind of sinking back into, simpleness, safety, small place, which sometimes is okay. Sometimes we like our serenity, and we like those things about our life that is, unique to our experience, but also, what are those things we're holding back from doing because we're fearful of, like you said, reaction or judgment or something about ourselves that we're unable to or unwilling to just let go completely without any type of reservation. So,
Yeah, man, that's interesting, man. And I'm just like, oh, yo, I think we got another topic when you was talking about going to the small place, and I was like, and that's something for us to discuss for a possible next topic. Yeah. But man, yeah, it's a funny thing, man. Like this adulthood, man, what it do to us, huh? Like it's crazy how we can go, especially because I see it more and more now, man, because kids they're blind to a lot of different stuff, to the quote unquote adult stuff
right.
and all the BS, that we've learned. Because you see a kid, he don't care. He'll just jump out and just move his body, like however he feels to the music.
Yeah.
He don't give a damn where he at sometimes. Like, I don't think they care where they at.
No.
It's us that's like, don't do that. Stop it. That type of thing. And then they learn that, like how it was for us. But man, just watching my kid, like, dude, he'll wave to anybody and he can't even talk and just on his baby level communicate and just start laughing and like having fun. And like you said, because I watch people like Angela, man, on her podcast and her show, like Mondays, she gets up and dance, and it's like, I'm not envious, and I don't necessarily want to be able to do that. So I get where you coming from, dog. I really do, because it's like I don't want to do what you're doing. I just want to experience life,
right.
Or I want to experience my now the way you're experiencing it. Getting up there, not caring, like you getting on in front of the whole world doing you and not caring. Right. That has to be a liberating thing, to get outside of this thing and to be somewhere in here, and doing exactly what you want to do. It's a beautiful thing.
And you were talking about your son, Messiah, and just seeing him have fun, right? And we have nothing that comes into our mindset about trying to stop that from happening, right? As goofy as it might be. And I don't think it comes from, we don't want others to experience that goofiness of him or what he's, why he's having fun or whatever it looks like to others. So it's interesting as we get older, right? We start placing different values on fun, based on, kind of how old we are, what
right.
all those things. So it's just, when we look back at these, and I think the more we can connect with those behaviors and those, just those whole, I guess, just the newness that we experience as babies, that we're just, things are coming in and there's no previous data that impacts how they're acting or reacting. It's just all, this is what it is, like an open book. And we're so willing just to kind of let that be, if we can, as human beings, kind of learn from that, right? To be able to, try to move more in that direction of just, spontaneousness, letting go of just being free of all those, impactful energies that we sometimes don't realize how they're, affecting our everyday life, whether it's the decisions we're making or the messages we're putting out there or the reactions that we're having with others. And that just takes, and we've talked about this before, awareness, right? Because, even as we're sitting here talking right now, we have time, like I just took a moment there to kind of think about what I'm going to say next, or at least be more mindful of what comes out of my mouth or how I react. So, as we get older, we sometimes think about fun or, other topics that we've even talked about here on the channel that we think are, this is it, right? It's that, that conversation around, this is, that it is what it is. It's the story's already been written. Versus, I'm, I just 55 years old. I want to have fun. And I'm not going to use my age as a crutch to not look at how I continue to open up the doors for fun. Not just fun for myself, but creating that space for others to have fun. Not because that even impacts sometimes my relationships. My wife, my son. Where my wife knows at times I like to be home on Sundays, so she's at times willing to sacrifice and stay home to not go out and have fun for me, or she'll go and she'll engage and have fun with them. So I don't want to impact other people's lives. I mean, we can make our decisions, and others can go do things they want to do, and we just kind of hold back and do our own thing. But I really want to be mindful as I move forward in my life as a man, as a husband, as a father, as a friend, as a coach, to create that space for others to have fun, create that space for myself to have fun. Create that flow of energy where fun is just is part of who I am.
Right.
And I think that's not something I necessarily connect to at this, if I looked at myself right now. I think it's becoming more open to, aware, available to me. But I wouldn't necessarily say, on a regular basis, I'm a fun guy. Yeah, there's parts of me that put fun things out there, those types of things. But so that's.
So I know, right? So I'm kind of curious, man. We only got a couple minutes left. I'm kind of curious, man, because I know for me, something I wrote down, once I got here, I made a note. I was like, yo, you know what? I want to explore why. Why it's important for me to have fun. Because one of the base things that came up, I know it made me very rich, made me hard by not having fun. And so for me, that's one of the important things is to soften up who I am as a person, and to allow my mind to open a little bit more and to be a little less to
Lost you for a minute there.
hello?
Oh, sorry, lost you there for a minute.
Oh, so I'm sorry. I was saying, for me, like not having fun has made me very rigid and hard, on the inside. And so it's important for me to be less judgmental to grow in this way, because I would like to experience that, I guess, kinder, softer side of me, which I feel like allows us to have judgment-free fun. Excuse me. So I'm just kind of curious, like, why would it be important for you to have that fun?
Well, I think probably one of the main reasons is, I've got a 14-year-old son that is still very much wanting to have fun. I mean, he's, experiencing life as it unfolds, and he's, doing all these things that are still new to him. And these experiences that as we go through them, even last weekend we went, we did a running event, and I did my best to make sure it was something that we had fun doing and enjoying the process and what we experienced versus, the things that I could have, attached myself to a little things he was doing that in the past might have bothered me, type thing. So it's just for me, I think I feel just that desire to just show him what fun is.
Mm.
Him to understand how important having fun is, and to not put the little expectations on him on what it needs to look like for me. Just let him have the fun and create that space for that fun to be whatever it is, and not try to pull him down and ask him to give a lesser version of that because I'm worried about how others are experiencing that. I need to let go of
Gotcha. Cool, cool.
that. Wow,
Man,
this has been
so
fun.
fun. This has been fun. This is always fun to me, man. Well, no, I lie. It's always good for me. I won't say it's always fun, because sometimes it ends up being fun later because I walk away with so much on my mind. I'm like, oh, like I need to tighten up in this area. But most of the times, like it's on that level. But it was fun, man. Um,
Fun for me too. And then the listener, I think for you, it's like what are you doing in your life that creates that opportunity to have fun? Or are you having fun with conditions? Are you trying to control the fun part of your life? And what is the reason behind that? The why behind the why, right? Why are you not creating more opportunities to have more fun in a way that's productive for you? It doesn't have to be the crazy, obnoxious, fun side, which is something you can experience and understand the circumstances around that. But just having fun with life, just having that true, kind of that kid spirit, childhood spirit of just experiencing life, from a much more interesting, what's possible, all these things that we can change our mindset to enjoy and experience things much differently than having that that I'm getting older, so I need to be more structured, or I need to be kind of protective, or I need to be I've reached my peak, or all these things that can come into our mindset about that we've peaked, and now we've got to just kind of deal with things that are going to get less. It's like, no, it's like I'm going to, however long I live, I want that last day of my life to be the funnest day of my life. And that's going to be something I'm going to commit myself, after this conversation. And I would challenge you, Cedric, and you, the listener, what can you do every day to make that next opportunity, or the next moment, the funnest, moment of your life? And that doesn't have to be a negative, crazy, I can't be serious type thing. It's just, how can we let go of all those energies that allow us to be more engaged and feeling fulfilled, and feel a sense of happiness, and feeling it's, a fun, enjoyable, insightful experience that we're living this life.
yeah, I'm just thinking about something, man. I'm like, okay, it's crazy as hell, but I know how I'm gonna commit to having some fun. At some point this next week, I'm gonna play a game, dude. This is it's the dumbest shit ever, dude. But I'm gonna, cause I was like, yo, everybody's an employee, right? So I'm gonna just play a game while I'm out in town. Whatever store I go to, I'm gonna go to where it says employees only until I get found.
There you go.
When they say, hey, you can't be back here. Yes, I can. You're not an employee. Yeah, I'm an employee of X. Just have some fun, man. And just to see if they laugh, and they'll probably be like, get out of here. But I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna laugh at it. So that's how I'm starting out. So hey, to y'all out there, man, that's catching this, hey, join me. It'll be fun. Hey, I might even put that on the show, man. Just go a couple days and just do a live record to see what happened, man, and put it on the show just so y'all can see, man. Fun is fun.
Yes.
And we don't have to be wrapped up in all these thoughts, and I guess once you're at our age, you don't want to have that type of fun that'll end you up in the slammer, but there's some adult fun you can have, and it doesn't always have to be at the club drinking or just hanging back. You can still have fun out, take off running, play frisbee, I don't know, do something. But I know I'm committing to having some fun, because I feel like that's a major part of my life, my adult life, that is missing. I'd really like to get that junk back, man. I really would.
Love that.
So that's my thing.
All right, listeners, will you enjoy this, share this, be this, be this part of yourself that maybe is lacking, and be open to what other spaces in your life that you can grow from. And Cedric and I are here to continue to put this out there in a way that, you know, we feel is our authentic selves. And however that resonates with you is perfect. So thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time.
Yeah. Till next time, man. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Namaste. Ron. We'll holler, man.